Special treat for you today. We're in Ocala at National Parts Depot's warehouse. About to head in and check out the private collection here at NPD. If you don't know what it is, it's some of the rarest, all surviving cars there are. It's everything's all original. Everything is unrestored. It's crazy. It is a little bit of a different collection, so to speak. It's not like full of Corvettes and Camaros and things like that, although there are some of those. It's more unique stuff like Grand Prix and Cougars and just different type cars. So it's definitely a treat. I've saw it a couple times before, but it never gets old getting able to walk through here and film it. So I'm actually going to do two videos. One will be the overall, just walking around the collection talking about it, and then I'm going to do a top 10 video as well. So I'll have the links to both below in this, so be sure you check them all out. So today we have got the honor and privilege of touring National Parts Depot in Ocala's private collection. Some of the most incredible cars you'll ever see. Some of the biggest variety of cars you'll ever see. It's not just all Fords and Chevys. It's not all Camaros and Corvettes and Mustangs. It is everything, you know. You can see down this other row, you've got Pontiacs, you've got Lincolns, you've got just a mix of bigger cars. It's one of the better, bigger car collections. You know, Galaxies, Impalas, Cadillacs, Grand Prix, things of that nature. It's just so unique, and every car in here is perfect condition. The majority of them, I dare say all of them, are unrestored or in near original condition. Nothing's modified, nothing's been changed. You can see there on this 1940 Lincoln Zephyr here, got the Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance Award. Just everything is highly credited. It's something, it almost renders you speechless just walking down through here looking at them. I've had the chance to tour this a couple times during the old Silver Springs Mustang days, but it's definitely an honor to get to look at it again, bring it to y'all. I don't even really know a good way to start to bring these to you, other than just to walk the line here. You got from your very early, and I'm not even going to pretend to know what this thing is, some sort of carriage. You got a white. Walking the line really shows you the transition of the cars. Luxurious. These, you know, oftentimes in the early years, people that had these cars were the ultra rich, so no expense was spared, even though there wasn't a ton of technology back then. These were still very impressive touring cars. They were meant to be ridden in the back of and driven around. See how far back the room is. Coach, say will be like a modern day limousine almost. This one is a 1921 Case. Something a little more common here. 24 Lincoln. Got an early Dodge, 25 Dodge Brothers, back before it was just Dodge. See that transition of the wheels through time, through the wooden spoke wheel to a more modern, solid wheel. It's a little Roadster. First Cadillac of the collection, 27. And the more traditional Ford, the 28 Ford Roadster. No, I take that back, it's not a Roadster. Does have the plush top. So a lot of these cars were definitely very luxurious. 1930 Lincoln. They just get bigger as time goes on. Got your separate windshield in case you had the top down, so you'd have wind for your, most likely your owner, to be back here with the driver or passenger. Beautiful green color, beautiful two-tone pinstriping. Another couple of Lincolns, hardtop version, 1930. And of course, as the 40s come along, more style you recognize. This is a Lincoln Zephyr in 1940, similar styling to the popular 40 Ford, but unique in its own way. See the V12 emblem on this Lincoln Zephyr. This is a coupe model. Again, similar to the 40 Ford, but has a big swoop back to it. Now we see our first Packard of the collection. Very nice cars for the time. Company that never made it, but made some highly luxurious stuff. Those gauges. Another Packard. We get kind of out of the brilliant antique stage. See the lineup down through there. Move on to the more common in the 50s. I believe it's the 57 Ford. Got the glass roof. Of course, the T-Bird. Popular competitor to the Corvette back in the day. 55 Oldsmobile. That'd be one of my favorites. It's a Pontiac, gorgeous red and black 55 convertible, super rare car. Maybe our first Chevrolet of the collection. 56 convertible, no slouch. Documented and award winning. Gorgeous color. 56 Cadillac. A lot of difference as the years went on between the Chevrolet and the Cadillac. Lots of chrome, big spear bumpers. Huge car comparatively. But then when you come to the windows, you'll see they're basically the same. Windshield frames, same. So as different as the cars were, there were some similarities. Big Continental kit on the back. Huge bumpers. Another dual quad bird. Go workhorse, saw that one in a lot of shows. Low mile excursion, no joke, those things probably be a collectible one day. Cadillac Blader model of the Atlantes, which are actually pretty cool little cars. They're similar to a Corvette. They're a two-seater convertible. We just sit here and stare at this lineup for days. Another Ford. This is a 57 for sure. I might have been wrong on the year of that one over there. I'm sure I'm going to be wrong on a lot of stuff in here. 58 Ford. Gorgeous white. I believe, yes, it's a retractable hardtop. So for those of you that don't know, the whole hardtop actually comes back on these, and the trunk raises up and they tilt back and go in. Another 59 Ford. Love the 60 Chevrolet Convertible. To me, 59 and 60 was the pinnacle of the big fan cars. Chevrolet, black interior. It's like a 4-speed in the floor. Guessing big block. You can always tell a V8 car by the checker flag on the grill. This is the sports roof 4-door. Chevrolets would have been like this too. Had the big wraparound back glass. You could also get it in a swoop glass in a 4-door. This is, of course, not a Chevrolet, but a Buick rather. No, I'm sorry, Oldsmobile. Gorgeous Pontiac Bonneville convertible. White top. Continental convertible. Continental 4-door. Here's the Buick of the same nature with the 4-door and the big back glass. And that's one of the things that's so cool about this collection is it's not all big blocks and 2-doors and convertibles. You do see the 4-doors in here that are in pristine condition as well. And these cars definitely have a place in history and to be saved and restored and cherished. Love this Bonneville. Gorgeous 60. '61 Chevrolet bubble top. The bubble top, again, a little bit unique back glass. It's more of a round bubble as opposed to more of the flat back glass the other models would have had. These are very highly sought after. '61 Ford Hypo Car, 3.2s under the hood, I believe a 406. Nope, this is a 390, 401 horsepower. Oldsmobile Starfire. These are always unique with the styling down the side. Not necessarily one of my favorites, but unique in its own right. I know the Ford's a little different. This is not the fastback, but the little notchy body style in 62 and 63. They would go to the more fastback, the more desired look. I'm sure there's probably one down the aisle there. But black, 100% restored. Less than 5 miles since new. Wow. It's insane. 5 miles on this car. How can you even imagine that? As you go into the 60s, the cars just get longer and longer. 63 Cadillac. 63 Chevy. The 409 in it. I'm sure y'all have heard the song. Beautiful gold color. 64 Chevrolet Impala. This is the more fastback Galaxy I was talking about. 390 car. Same thing in a convertible, 390. And then this will be your more traditional 4-door. This is a 61, I believe. Doesn't have the back window. I'm not actually sure they made that on in the 61, but gorgeous silver interior. Always love the steering wheel on these cars. Hear the noise in the shop back there. They actually do their own restoration work here on some of these cars, and upkeep and whatnot. So very cool. And then over there is, of course, the NPD Warehouse for all the parts your house. Such a cool building. It's got to be a dream job. I want to give a shout out to Matthew for letting us in here and letting us kind of walk around and have a day of it. He offered pretty much whatever we wanted, so I didn't want to pull anything out or anything like that, but just an honor to be in here. checking it out. And you see these videos on TV of guys like My Classic Car, Dennis Gage, coming down here and shooting videos with these cars. It's kind of a dream to do it. I've videoed in here before when we weren't really doing it for the channel, but to do it for your YouTube channel and come down here is quite a thrill. So thank you to them, Matt, NPD, everybody, Rick, for letting us do this. Very cool. Be sure you check them out at npdlink.com for all your restoration parts needs. They got about anything you could want. 64 Lincoln. Another big Galaxy. This is a 65 or 6, I believe. Into the Pontiacs. Grand Prix. 64. 4-door Bonneville. Gorgeous car. I love the Pontiac styling. Y'all know we've got 66 Catalina at home, so these things have always been big to me. Another Oldsmobile. In and out the road with a big Cadillac. One thing they've also got here is a huge Kodak film collection. Some of the craziest cameras you'll ever see all through here. No telling how much value is on some of this stuff. All boxed original. Remember the old days? Film like that. And here we are with a little bitty GoPro in our hand, filming all this stuff in high definition. Crazy, really. Heading down the next aisle, we've got an Oldsmobile Tornado, the first front wheel drive vehicles, Pontiac Gto, another Oldsmobile Delta 88, Buick Riviera, cool, flip down the headlights, or scissor them up. And that flips down and the lights come down in place. Pontiac Gto. Big Chevrolet. We're just stuck for these bigger cars. Ford Torino 68. Cougar. First of a line of pretty nice Cougars they've got in the collection. I believe missing from this spot is a Torino that Rick has up at the Corvette and Muscle Car show this weekend. I think he did rather well up there. 442 Olds. Big boat Lincoln. That's the thing with these cars, especially through here in the 70s. Just things you don't see getting a ton of love. I've got a 76 Grand Prix. You're going to be seeing on the channel. So these things are cool to me. 71 Buick Riviera. Big Cadillac. Lincoln Continental. Another Oldsmobile, just a plain Cutlass convertible. Monster Olds Tornado. And the mid-70s Thunderbird. Definitely a far cry. It's a 71 in styling from the small birds we saw over there. Thunderbird kind of went through a transition though into a bigger car for a while. Cougar Xr7. Very unique Cougar from the Chauncey's Cougar Caravan back in the day. It was a 600-mile road trip to raise money for animal conservation and whatnot. Was signed along the way by famous people, politicians, etc., etc. Mayor, Kansas City, President Carter. What else do I see on here? I'm sure there's tons more. Anyway, cool car, cool story. Several Lincoln Continentals here. Gorgeous colors. Couldn't even begin to pick one. That's my favorite. Bentley. A few modern cars in here. Z01 Camaro, obviously a future collector. Shelby GT500. And of course, the Ford GT. Such cool cars. Said there's the shop. We got a Oldsmobile over there working on today. Porsche. The lone Corvette in the collection. I thought at one time it was a 56 or 7, but maybe not. This was a 67 small block car. Side pipes. Love this. Like I said, I've got a 76 Grand Prix my uncle bought new. Wish mine was a T-top car, but it's not. Gorgeous white interior. More big Lincolns. Again, like step back and think, where are you going to see that many Lincolns and Thunderbirds in this condition in the 70s? And these cars, you know, began to be throwaway cars, so to speak. But seeing preserved is just one of my favorite things about the whole collection. '77 Thunderbird, big Chrysler New Yorker, 4-door. Another New Yorker in 2-door form. No, sorry, this is a Mercury. Told you I'd screw up. I feel like someone's going to watch this video and scrutinize me. But I'm just running this stuff off the top of my head. So if I get something wrong, sorry. Fox Body Life, little Futura. The 10 millionth Ford made. Cool car in history. Beautiful Trans Am. Big Lincolns. Seems to be the story of the hour. Love that blue and white. Gorgeous Continental. Working our way to Mustang Corner. More my cup of tea over there. Oldsmobile. Fire Am. I don't remember the exact story on this, but I know it was unique. Ease over here and take a look at the sign so I don't tell you wrong. Extremely rare Stage 3 Fire Am. Fire Am was a prodigy of Herb Adams, known as the Godfather of the Trans Am. Career with PMD as an engineer. Catalog offering race parts. Yeah. So kind of a special parts program like we're used to today for the Pontiacs. NPD actually has released a lot of the parts off of this for your very own fire ram. Daytona pace car. And the black and gold colors of the Bandit. Another Porsche. Black and gold. I'm a sucker for these blue C28s. 78, 980 cars. Love the striping and the front slats, the rear slats over the tires. Gorgeous car. This is an 81. 175 original kilometers. Canadian car. 100% unrestored. Wow. 4-speed too. Crazy. One of the few trucks, SUVs or whatever. Little Jeep. I believe Matt said this was recently restored. Another big Lincoln. Hearst Olds. I always love these cars. I had one when we were growing up, high school. Always wanted one. Got the Hearst gate shifter in there. And an Oldsmobile. A Cadillac to round out this row. So this is the Mustang Collection. I'm gonna be honest, it deserves its own video. So I'm gonna walk around it right quick just to show it to you in this one. So the complete collection is all in one video. When I get done with that, I'm gonna talk about each car individually in their own video. So be sure and check out on the channel. I'll put the link below to the Mustang Corner. This stuff is just too good not to have its own. Like I said, check out the comments below for more Mustang action from National Parts Depot. Not to be overlooked, back room full of goodies. 55 Ford truck. Oh, the Holy Grail. ZR1. My dream vet growing up. Buick GNX. Can't remember the exact story on this car. Pontiac Suntour. I believe it was a pretty rare edition. Gorgeous silver, red interior. Again, I don't remember. Maybe it's the sunroof, I'm sure. All glass roof. I can't remember the exact details of what made this so special, but it definitely is. Fiero, I'm gonna be honest, not much good to say about that. Had one just like it. Supercharged Thunderbird. Looks like it's never been dealer prepped. Gorgeous car. Underrated collector in my opinion. Yeah, no dealer prep. Stick shift car too. Super cool. Another white Trans Am, a pair of them. T-top. Looks like this one's never been dealer prepped. Another Thunderbird. Supercharged. Never dealer prepped. I'm not gonna lie, that never shown version, I called this Chrysler a Cadillac, but it's not. It's a 1990 Chrysler Maserati Tc with a 4-cylinder turbo and a 5-speed manual transmission. Had no idea anything like this existed. Super cool car. See back there, a couple cars in the shop up on the lift they're working on. A little better peek at the warehouse back there. Dodge Stealth, the twin to the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. It's actually a white one of those up there in the shop they're working on. Another Corvette, appears to be just a pretty basic C4. I'm sure very low miles or no miles. Cadillac. Lincoln. You got the Marshall fog lights for all you Fox body gurus. Impala SS. These were cool. I remember back when they first came out, my dad test drove one at Jackie Jones dealership in Franklin. Took it, Jackie just got it in. Take it out, drive it. I remember just doing a hellacious burnout in it. Super cool car. I always thought the digital dash in them was space age, cutting edge. Another Cadillac. Clean little Thunderbird. Some sort of Ford Touring overseas concept car. I would take it. This is a Mercury concept car. This car doesn't exist, was destroyed in 1984. Little Escort, I guess. Late model Thunderbird, never really caught on. Another car that never really caught on was these Cadillac XLRs. Built to be a Corvette, basically in a Cadillac. They just were never popular for whatever reason. Mercury looks like a, I don't know, this is a, whatever their version of the Fusion. Mercury Milan Voga Concept. One of a kind, designed by Camilo Pardo, designed Ford GT. Won an auction for it, looks like. Cool car. Jaguar. Bandit Car, a 77. Black and gold, popular color, of course. Y84 is the option code on this. Burt Reynolds car from Pontiac, wow. Collector's edition Corvette. Appears to not be dealer prepped. 55-ish Ford. Definitely a unique color, purple and white. Big Thunderbird. Cool feature about these, if you look at the steering wheel, You see how it's turned to the left. Instead of tilting up and down, they went left to right to allow you easy access and entry. A couple more big Continentals. Big boat of a Cadillac. I gotta read about this one. I'm sorry, I said Cadillac. I'm not gonna edit my screw ups out. This is a Mercury Marauder. Very beautifully styled X100. 42,000 miles on a 429. I get them wrong every now and then. Barcelona. I'm not even gonna take a guess on that one. Okay, yeah, it's a Matador, that's what I thought. AMC Matador, just their fancied up version. Another Continental. Mercedes, these are sporty little cars. I always kind of wanted one with a V8 swap Chevrolet in it. Fox body, of course, T-top, GT. Another Continental. Eldorado. Super cool motorhome. Got the big canoe on top. Early something. My, how things have changed. Another one of these Mercedes two-seaters. Forgive me for not knowing exactly what the terminology is on that. Thunderbird. Four-door Continental. Never understood the Oldsmobile in here, but I'm sure it has some significance. Cadillac. Again, just stuff people normally wouldn't collect, but yet here they are. Back to the Future movie car. You got your DeLorean. One of the few, if only, Studebakers in the collection. Always liked the styling of these cars. ASC McLaren. It's a Fox body basically with a McLaren twist. They were little two-seaters. Cars never really took off for whatever reason. Little two-barrel. The 327 and the Camaro. One of my favorites here, the Celine Ranger. When I first saw this, it was probably the first Celine Ranger I'd ever saw. I remember back there used to be one for sale for nearly nothing on eBay. Such cool, unique, and rare trucks. I actually race these in the SCCA truck division. Camaro. SRT10 Viper. My dad bought one of those new. Fun little trucks. Lightning, of course, I've got one. Love this Sierra. CB antennas up top. Another ZR1. SSR trucks are kind of hot and cold. Kind of in the height of the retro. Supposed to be a street rod, so to speak. Pretty neat little trucks. And unique to see just a plain S10 in here. Oh, truck giveaway. Looks like they want it. These are some of my favorites, these concept trucks. Fox Racing Silverado. Power Force, this was a Ranger concept. And then an early Super Duty concept. This thing is too cool. A lot of styling that you see on the new, well, would have been the 98 F-250 interior and whatnot. Could use those handrails, that's kind of handy. Crazy looking truck. GMC Cyclone. First truck I ever drove in high school. We had a couple of these, 3 to be exact. We had serial number 0004. This is one of the last ones, looks like. Turbocharged, all-wheel drive. Those are way ahead of their time. Old Ford F100. Big Mercury. This is a cool Camaro. It was in a hot rod. Ran the optimal ultimate street car. Just a unique built car. Let's see what this says about it. Built in 19. Cover hot rod in 81. Blah blah blah. Yeah, cool car. 454 SS. Bought one of those new too. It's like a non-dealer prepped. Yep. Cool Ford F-150. Again, looks like it's brand new. Fog lights, spotlight, a couple of El Caminos. Camper special with a camper top. F-250. Super 10 Cheyenne. Long bed. Gorgeous truck nonetheless. Love that white and black interior. Ford F-100. Dodge 100. Chevrolet 5-window truck. An old Ford truck. 31. And another bird. Some of the cool cars out in the showroom. It's actually an RS Camaro. It was ordered by Chic. I guess they get taxed per horsepower. Very cool. Cut with Supreme T-top car. Brand new cover. Never dealer prepped. '70 Cobra Jet. No Mach 1. Sleeper car. Brand new Lightning. And that concludes the tour. Alright, that's a wrap on whatever video you just watched from our National Parts Depot series here in Ocala. If you're in the area, check them out. They got a cool showroom. Got all your parts needs. I think we got a car problem. We grabbed every catalog, but like 2. We got something that fits it. But be sure to check them out, npdlink.com. And yeah, thanks to Matt, Rick, everybody for letting us tour. Be sure you hit that like button, subscribe. This has been one of several videos from down here, so check them all out. Y'all be pretty.